Tampa, or did live in Tampa. His family's in Tampa.
Okay, yeah. I used to live in Lakeland, which is like 30 minutes outside of Tampa.
Oh, okay. So are you a nurse, or what are you? I found the majority of people in this class are nurses, but
Oh,
what do you
no.
do?
I work in merchant services,
Oh,
and
okay.
my cat's meowing. Um,
That's fine.
and no, I'm not a nurse. I don't want to do nursing. I just like the business side of it.
Yeah, I don't
What
blame
about
you.
you?
I'm a nurse, and I don't even want to be a nurse. Anyways,
No, my sister's going to
um,
nursing school.
you're two.
My sister.
It's actually a good career. Like, there's a lot you can do with it, and I like the sciences of it. Just you have to be a patient person because I had a patient bit me last week or the other day.
Oh,
Yeah. So you deal with some crazy people, but so you have to have some patience for that. But other than that, it's good.
yeah, I don't think I can handle it. No.
Yeah, smart. You're a smart girl. So, anyways, okay. Well, we'll go over part 2 of the homework. I know. I like actually wrote it down, like wrote down my answers, but I know like Marie, she did it. She like went through it herself and then checked herself. So if you just want to pull up like the examples, and then each of us can take um, a question and we'll just talk about it. Like we'll read it and then say what the answer is. Does
Okay.
that sound good?
Mhm.
Perfect. So, do you have it up already?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to start with the first question then in part 2?
Okay, 1 second. Let me scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, so a medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. And I guess it's considered a convenient sampling since she's only doing the patients in her treatment center and not reaching out anywhere else or different regions and other people, just her own particular patients.
Which I thought this one could be a couple of them.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, but yeah, it was convenience. I got that one wrong at first. I put something else. So okay, B. The Colorado Department of Health obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents and constructs a pool of survey subjects by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the 1,000 on the list. So I put systematic sampling because it's every 1,000th.
Yeah. In a Gallup poll of 1,059 adults, the interview subjects were selected by using a computer to randomly generate telephone numbers that were then called. And that's simple random because it's random numbers, there's no system to it.
Yeah, I agree. A dietitian has partitioned people into age categories of under 18, 18 to 49, 50 to 69, and over age 69. She is surveying a simple random sample of 200 members from each category, and this is stratified sampling.
A Johns Hopkins University researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of 30 randomly selected hospitals. Cluster sampling because it's every 30 selected hospitals.
Yeah, good. Okay, the American Medical Association wanted to determine general patient satisfaction with the patient's primary care physician, determine the type of sampling method used in the following scenarios, then so they take a simple random sample of doctors and then sample all the patients that that doctor works with. So cluster.
They put all the residents' names in a computer and use a random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients, and that's simple random sampling.
Good. So they divide the residents up by gender and then do a simple random sample of residents within each gender, and that's stratified.
D, they randomly pick key intersections in the city and then pick every fifth person that walks by after randomly picking one of the first 5 people to be in the sample and systematic.
Yeah, good. Okay, the Center for Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and 300 women. Oh, this one's the one where you have to choose between observational and then experimental design, and then if it's experimental, discuss, determine the response, treatment, and subjects. So, the Center of Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and 300 women, and this is observational because they're not in control of it, so they're just observing.
You plan to conduct an experiment to test the effectiveness of Sleep Easy, whatever that is, a new drug that is supposed to reduce insomnia. So you randomly divide 1,000 patients into 2 groups where half get 60 and another placebo. You record the gender of each subject. You will then observe how many hours of sleep they get in a week. And that's experimental, I guess, since they're using a drug and they have 2 study groups, and one's receiving a placebo and one's receiving an actual drug.
Yeah. So what's the determine the response?
What is it?
It says determine the response.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay, so the response would be is what are you looking for? So we're trying to see how much sleep they're getting. So the response would be the sleep. And then the treatment would be the placebo and the drug. So whoever gets both. So it's always the placebo and then the drug or whatever they're getting. Okay. And then let's see, the subjects are the people who are in the study.
Okay.
The people who are participating. Okay. So in September of 2004, Newcrest Pharmaceuticals Inc. announced the results of its first human trial of NPI 32,101, a topical form of its skin ointment. A total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritants were randomly divided into 3 groups as part of a double-blind placebo-controlled study to test the effectiveness of the new topical cream. The first group received a 0.5% cream, the next group received a 1% cream, and the third group received a placebo. Groups were treated twice daily for a week period, and the degree of skin irritation was recorded at that time. So this is a designed it's a designed experiment, not an observational study.
And then the subjects are the patients?
Yes.
Okay.
Patients. So the 224 patients.
Yeah.
Good. And then C is, so what is the response variable in the experiment, and that's the degree of skin irritation.
What are the treatments? The 0.5 cream and the 1% cream, and the third group received a placebo.
Good. Perfect. So that's part 2. So do you have any questions on that? On the homework?
No, the only one that confuses me a little bit is stratified sampling. I don't know.
Oh, that one I actually kind of understand. Cluster is what confuses me just a little bit. But the stratified sampling, so let's say that we have a group of people, so they've said, okay, we're going to sample everybody in this, I don't know, this hospital or whatever. And they're saying, throughout this hospital, we're only going to take people who were admitted. We're going to test people who were admitted from this day to this day, and then some other people that were admitted from this day to this day, and then some other people were admitted from this day to this day. So it's like they all have something in common. Or I like the one that they use in here. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but the one where it says, so a dietitian partitioned people into age categories of under 18. So everybody who was under 18, and then 18 to 49, and 50 to 49. So that they're categorized by age, but in different groups. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the definition for it is that subjects are in groups according to they're similar in some characteristics, either age, income, level, political party. So they're all in their same group because they have this in common.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, cluster to me just sounds like they randomly put people in groups. But I don't know. That one's the one that kind of is hard for me. But that's it. Let's see. So we did that. And then, so just for Sister Cook, this is me and Jessica here. She got the times mixed up on the first meeting, so we're just doing this together as a group. Anyways, so we already took the quiz. So then I guess you can take the quiz, and I will post this. Okay.